Yo, what's good? It's your girl Kamaiyah, and you're now in the mix with my boys, Day One Radio.
The business.
Welcome back to another episode, another installment of Day One Radio right here on ablradio.com. That's Art, Beats, and Lyrics Radio to be exact. Make sure you download the very free, very accessible smartphone app for your iPhone and Android devices. And also, tell them where they can check out the entire Day One Radio catalog at, man.
Day1radio.com all the time. Make sure y'all check us out and share, man. We got a lot of heat that we've done over the years. We know a lot of y'all are new. Over the last few months or whatnot, you might not have heard some of the older episodes we've done, but we've been putting out some quality content, so share and share alike. And it's a lot going on this weekend in Atlanta, man. Sweetwater Festival. Cali Picnic is today. As soon as I leave here, we finna go turn up in Maurice Brown. So, it's a good weekend. It's beautiful outside.
And, I got to send a super shout out to Black Thought, man. Like, I wrote an article on Black Thought for Hip Hop Wire, pretty much like naming 12 times that I thought he just shined on the song against another rapper. And dude, he saw it, he retweeted it, and he actually reached out and said thank you. And I talked to him yesterday. And he's actually hooking me up with tickets to see the Roots at the 420 show, man. So I was like,
that's super dope.
Shout out to Thought, man.
Can he hook us up with some passes to the loft later on for the Questlove party? Because I know Questlove gonna pull out some Prince shit we ain't never heard before. You know what I'm saying? Even if I gotta pay, I'm gonna probably go. If I got some energy after Cali Picnic, I'm gonna go.
Right.
But that's big though. That's dope. And also. The homie who we'll have in a week or so, Michael Collier, is in town. So if you in Atlanta, go on the Uptown Comedy Corner. He got 3 shows on Saturday, 1 show on Sunday. If you're listening to this on the 23rd, if not, you already missed him. So go to his website and check out where it'll be next. But it's a good weekend. I gotta say though about that story. He did not outshine Big Pun on that song. I love Black Thought, been a Roots fan, but he did not outshine Pun.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people. I did right in there that it was more so of like an eye for eye type thing.
Yeah. They both snapped. Just had to put that out there before we move into the interview. But man, Reese, you was moving around the city. I don't know where you was at, so I had to get with the home girl. Brought her up in here. It's always good to have East Oakland in the building. You know what I mean? We rep East Side Oakland. We don't rep the Bay. Y'all heard her song. You probably might not know her face unless you've seen the video. But the How Does It Feel to Be Rich is bubbling right now. Young Kamaiyah just signed the Interscope recently. And the homie Keenan brought her through. So we had a pretty dope sit-down interview and whatnot. So we're about to kick into that right now. And we'll be back, and me and Reese will talk about what everybody's talking about right now with the passing of one of the greatest musicians of all time. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break and go into this interview with Kamaiyah.
Hey, this is Killer Mike. You listen to me on ablradio.com, Arts, Beats, and Lyrics, man. And this is Day One Radio with my man Brandon Peters and Maurice Garland. Suckers.
We're called Day One Radio because we do shit before other people do it. Or we do it better. So and I get excited whenever I got somebody from where I'm from in here. We always got New Yorkers and folks from Atlanta and all of that. But I got somebody from Oakland up in here. You know what I'm saying? I would say one of the most up and coming people in the game right now. None other than Kamaiyah. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm glad you're here. And we got the homie Keenan who was on last week in the background over there. If y'all didn't listen to that episode, go back and listen to it. So we're gonna start off. I gotta say this, like, they'll tell you, the people in this room that know me, I'm one of the harshest critics ever. So I gotta, to make sure that I'm not hating, I gotta go, or I'm not overly excited because I like when people from the Bay come up.
Yeah.
I gotta, have people temper my judgment. So I literally hit from my little cousin Azaria to older dudes and radio in the Bay to other artists, and nobody had anything negative to say about your music.
That's crazy.
Like, nobody.
That's a good thing, though.
No, that's a beautiful thing.
It's rare that you get that, especially with a female, because they try to critique us and break us down so hard.
Right. The
So-
only thing that I heard that wasn't like overly positive, it was like, she's good, but she's not Nas. I was like, really, nigga?
Of course I'm not nice. Nigga. I don't have a penis.
So
Right.
but other than that, like, it was glowingly positive, man. So I gotta commend you for coming out. I know you've been grinding for a long time.
Yeah. I started when I was real young. Now I'm getting older, so.
Yeah, I heard your name used to be The Baby before it was
How did you
Kamaiyah.
fucking get this? How
Because
y'all
I'm
get-
from East. I'm really from Oakland.
Okay.
Like, I know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Goodness, I've been trying to hide that under wraps and keys, and your ass would know what it was. That's
Hey,
crazy.
man,
Yeah, that was me. That was my alias. Back
Yeah,
in the
that's
days.
what I heard. Exactly. So, man, tell us how you started. Like, I think I first heard some of your stuff, like, maybe early 2015.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I was in a group like just recently until like mid 2015 we split, so I like kind of like decided to start taking my solo career seriously, and that's when you got the first video in July, which was At the Bottle.
Right.
And then I kind of took like a little break. I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit him with something different, because I just wanted to kind of get people attention. I'm like, okay, if I drop this, put it on Warstar, et cetera, it's gonna make you be like, okay, she's serious, she's back. And then I did How Does It Feel, and it just kind of went crazy, like.
Yeah, like last time I checked, the video was almost 700,000
Yeah,
views
like
on
it's,
YouTube.
and it just keeps moving. Like, it's like, what the hell? Like, it's jumping in weeks, like by 75,000. Like,
That's
so
great.
It's crazy to me.
That's when you know the numbers are real and they're not just purchased.
Mm-hmm.
When they keep increasing every week, that's always a good look. Whenever y'all, and if you didn't know, if y'all see somebody that come out the first day and get 50,000 views, and you go back a month later and it's 50,001, it ain't organic.
50,001.
It ain't organic at all. So, and Out the Bottle, that's my joint. That's my favorite joint on there.
you.
That's like the hood club classic.
Exactly.
That's
Just
what you
real
gonna,
ratchet.
That's what you're gonna hear at NKC at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. With your two-stepping OGs and the red suits.
Exactly. So, how is this your first time in Atlanta?
Yes.
How are you liking it?
Well, I kind of just like got up and started shaking and moving, so I haven't experienced nothing yet. But I guess I like the fact that it's predominantly black. Like in the hotels, like it's a nice ass hotel, but it's straight niggas like working there. So I'm like, this is some other shit, but I know I like it. I like it because it's like you employing niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How Oakland used to be.
No, kinda, yeah. Because when you go to these type of hotels, you usually see like the young Mexicans and white people. You never see like black people unless it's like one light skinned one. So here it's like they straight niggas. Like, it's like, what the? But I like it. I think it's dope.
That's what's up. Well, we happy to have you, man. So, you like I said, you've been grinding for a minute, and it's people will look at it as an overnight success, but it's never
Absolutely
an overnight
not.
success. So, how does it feel for you to be getting this notoriety all of a sudden? Is it tough to get used to?
Nah, 'cause I tell people this all the time. Like, I feel like I've been meant to be here. So I'm just like humble with it. Like, I'm not like overly excited about anything. I just kind of take it and keep running. Like, because I feel like that's when you get the egos and shit. When you like, most artists, if they get this much attention in the beginning, they get like egotistical because they feel like, oh no, I'm the shit. I'm popping. You can't tell me nothing. This person fucks with me. And I try to steer from that because I feel like that's just you having like a complex about yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that's what makes you feel like you good, these people who always, because a lot of people don't even really listen to your shit. They just going off what somebody else say. So I feel like if that's what's making you feel good, you shouldn't be in this because you ain't doing it for the right reasons.
Most definitely. So, what I've been reading. I'll be honest. I really haven't read any stories that I thought were good thus far that you were a part of. Like, I don't think they really know, the foundation of where you come from. So we could really get into, like, if y'all read any of the stories, her sound is not G-Funk. That's mob music.
Exactly.
That ain't G-Funk.
Exactly.
Two completely different things.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you, and we'll jump around a little bit, but being a female artist who automatically you deal with sexism, you deal with all of that in the industry, and I noticed that you had 5-6 different producers on the project, but the production has a cohesive sound, which
Sound
makes
exactly
me
the same.
think you went in
And-
saying,
yes.
nah,
Yep.
I want the hi-hats right there.
Yep.
I need you to turn that
Yeah.
down right there. So where does that confidence come from?
Because I've been doing it for so long, so it's like I'm not afraid to pull out of you what I need for my project, because we got to bring the best out of each other collectively to have a good body of work. So if I can't get that from you, I just can't work with you. So I tend to like usually like I play no, or whatever the case may be when it comes down to me, or I come to a producer with a hook and I already have the beat in my head like how I want it to go, and like kind of tell him to play it, so that way it works out better for me.
That's what's up. And and tell me if I'm wrong, I got a lot of, like I said, old school Bay Area beats, but also 90s R&B out of the project. So are those two of your influences?
Correct. I wanted to make, literally I was like, if Death Row had a female rapper on it, what would the album sound like? And I feel like that was my inspiration behind it. I wanted it to be like a female Death Row album. I think I did it right.
I could kind of see that. It's not as violent as it would have been back then, but it's...
But you got to think about it. Lady of Rage wasn't violent like that.
That's true.
You know that she was just hella gangster.
I just think, because nobody was going to run up on her anyway.
No. Absolutely not.
At all. So the joint is out. How is the reaction that you've been getting?
It's good. It's very, very, very rare that I see like a negative comment, unless somebody's just trolling, trying to get my attention. And then once I say something like, no, I didn't mean it, like, you know what I'm saying? But then that's why I just like kind of stop responding, because at this point it's like most of the people who saying the negative shit, they just want me to talk to them, but you don't know how to get me to talk to you. So you figure if you be a dickhead, you can get my attention, and then you say the nice shit, and I just don't got time for that. But for the most part, they fucking with it.
That's good. You seem like you got it down. I peep your social media. You don't go in on people too much. You kind of say what you got to say
and get off of there
and leave it there.
Yeah, see, I'm not really big on like pictures, but I'll think a lot, so I'm bigger on Twitter.
Okay.
But I have to watch it on Twitter, because it can go from this to that real quick because of the smallest thing. You know, I feel like to be a successful artist nowadays, you got to watch what you do on that social media thing, because it can make or break you, that machine. And a lot of people don't pay attention to that. And I feel like it's on the management as well as the PR team, too, to watch that for artists, because, you know, sometimes you might not have the, right mind state, and you doing something. If they ain't grabbing your phone, who gonna do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a definite balance, because you can always tell when an artist doesn't really run their social media.
But I feel like some people don't need to. I feel like I'm gonna get to a point once I get to a certain level where I probably won't run it, because I know like the way I am, I'll probably pop off and say something and them like, damn, I shouldn't have said that on social media. So for me personally, I feel like the way that you create an atmosphere where that don't happen, you just don't run your own shit. That's what this is for. You know what I'm saying? You got those people, they got a job, let them do it.
True, very true. So tell us, what was life like for you growing up? You drop stuff here and there in your music, you know, about your upbringing, but you know, straight from you,
I just grew up, I was like a foster kid and shit, so I was kind of like tossed around a lot like growing up, but I feel like it just made me humble, and it made me grow and mature. That's why I act older, and you feel me, I'm more intellectual, because I've been around a lot of stuff, so it makes me just humble. But it was fun though. For the most part, shit, Oakland fun. I was kicking it, doing all the shit I had no business doing.
True, very true,
man.
Very
and I grew up on High Street, so it was like right in the midst of the side shows, because they go from 90th, and they go down, and they stop right there. So it's like we used to literally like run down the street, like, no, we about to go to the side show because it's lit down there, and they be cranking down there at the gas station.
If y'all don't know what a side show is, just look it up on YouTube. But look up the older stuff, because side shows ain't really what they used to be.
No, they not.
Nowadays, it's a little much, but it used to be where everybody would go to kick it. We in the high performance cars in the bay, so you're gonna see donuts, figure eights, all of that. People coming out with their old school Stangs and Chevys and whatnot. So those was the day. You have me reminiscing over here, man.
I feel like you guys got the good end in Oakland. We got the ignorant end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all was doing it, it was like we just coming and look good, have fun, and show off. Like, yeah, nigga, I got money.
Right.
When we start getting there, it's like, oh, that nigga over there, let's get him. Like, because the nigga high type thing. Like, so we got the bad end of it, because side shows started getting crazy. Like, it's like you couldn't even go from one spot to the next without the shooting. Like, they start shooting.
Nah, you right about that.
So it got crazy.
You right about that. It's because it's, no rules no more.
Right. Right.
Back in the day, you had OGs that kind of held stuff together. The shot callers, now it's just kind of all over the place.
Man, it's crazy out there. I try to stay from in the mix of it.
I feel you, most definitely. I saw on your social media, you said you just bought a crib. You just got a new crib.
Yeah, I just moved to my first place.
How does that feel, man?
It feels good, because I was just sleeping on my best friend's floor. Like, so for me to go from that to my own house, it just felt good.
So I was looking over there, man. We need to blank out the city when we play it back. We don't want it.
Just LA. Just put LA here. Yeah, I moved to LA. That's where I live.
So a lot of and that happens a lot. Like, do you feel like as an artist from the Bay, like you have to move to LA to get where you need to be in your career?
I just wanted to be in a different atmosphere and have a peace of mind. I just felt like it just, the Bay Area isn't a good market for artists because we have no music hub. So in order for you to break that and not make yourself regionally, you got to get down out of there.
Yeah, you seem to be getting a lot of support though.
I mean, the support is good, but it's like you don't only want them to support you, you want other support too. Because I feel like in Oakland, you can only go around the same circle so many times before it's like, okay, what you got next? And they kind of burn themselves out, like, you know what I'm saying? Because the market is so small, and you saturate it one time, and then you come back around and around and around.
It's small and it's big because it's one of those things where I think cause when we're there, you don't realize that it's a big media market. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the artists, other than, of course, you had the Hammer, Short, 40, all of that, but you have the artists that do that same run. Like you said, I'm going to go to Modesto, I'm going to do SAC, might do Kansas City,
Fresno.
do Montana, Fresno, Bakersfield, you know what I mean? And that's what it is, most definitely. But, it seems like your music feels a lot bigger than that.
No, definitely. I mean, that's why I said I wanted to make it to where it felt organic to home. Like, I'm not from the South or da-da-da-da, but you get the mainstream aspect of it with the lyrics, like, you know what I'm saying? Because the production-wise, like, this is some West Coast shit. Yeah. And then with the lyrics, you're like, well, where is she from? Like, you don't know. It's like a confusing thing, and I like that. I confuse a lot of people, like, so where, you're from the South, are you from Oakland? Like, where are you from? Like, a lot of people be confused about it, but I'm like, shit, it's both, because it's like, influentially, where we from, everybody from the South, so it's like, you're going to get that.
Exactly. But it's funny, like, I graduated from high school in Vacaville, and when I went out there, they'd be like, are you from the South? I was like, I'm from 40 minutes away. Like, they really don't know. They have no idea. So how was your time in New York? Because I know being an artist there, it's like, this is a little crazy.
Nah, it was cool. Because, mostly it was just straight media around, so I was just kind of like focused. Last night, it got a little crazy, though, because I went out, but for the most part,
I peeped that.
Yeah, they threw up on the damn plane this morning. It was just crazy.
Hey, man, when you get Oakland people together out of town, it's a little different. And it's funny because you always know who really from all. Like, I was at Chick-fil-A earlier today, and this dude mentioned he was from California, and I was like, oh, what part of Cali you from? He was like, you from Oakland? I was like, oh, I'm from the East. And he looked so uncomfortable. I was like, you ain't really from Oakland.
Right.
Like, either that or you owe somebody some money, and you out here hiding out. One of the two. But yeah, that's good, man, and I'm super proud of what you've been doing and just the notoriety you've been getting, and just it's weird to me because people always want to make somebody sound like somebody, and to me, you don't really sound like any other female rappers.
That was the plan
that have come before
That was
you.
The plan, Come fuck shit up and make these motherfuckers go back to the drawing boards. That was like my sole intent, because I felt like everybody felt like they had to be Nicki. Like, I gotta be the bad bitch with the to pop off. And I was like, no, I'm about to do some more weird. Look, you gonna tell everybody to put their goddamn.
She was finna say something. I knew she was finna say something.
What in the hell? What in the hell? He gonna look like who shit is? Nigga, yours. It's your shit.
Shout out to cousin Jeremy hitting me up in the middle of the damn recording, making me look bad on my own damn show. Hilarious. So back to what we were saying. Who are your influences?
Missy, Aaliyah, TLC, all the tomboy, okay. Because that's, I'm the only girl of all boys, so I wanted to be like my brother, so I felt like more confident and comfortable dressing like that, because I wanted to be like them. I want to climb the trees. I want to pick the berries. You want to do all this stuff. So in order to do that, you can't just be out here in a skirt. Right. I hated that shit, yo. Church Sundays, I go in my room, put on a turtleneck or something. I'm not wearing that. Like, my granny had to buy me like sweaters and shit to wear to church. I'm like, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm just not gonna do it.
That is funny. And I know people, I automatically, because everybody's so judgmental in this social media society nowadays, anytime a woman comes out dressed like she's not going to the club 24/7, they put the stud thing on you.
But it's like, you gotta just be humble and know yourself and be comfortable with your sexuality enough not to let that bother you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's their main intent. And then I feel like this nowadays in this world, like everybody's gay. So if somebody is, you know what I'm saying, what they are, you ain't gonna do nothing but make them more popular by saying that because people embrace it now. It's like a different world we're living in. It ain't like the 90s if Queen Latifah was outed. Niggas would be like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? They be like, oh shit, oh well. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't care. And then those people are the ones who gonna buy all your music any damn way. So let the shit begin. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I don't care.
That's
like
cool.
My little cousin came up to me like last weekend at a video shoot, like, yeah, I was in the barbershop and the dudes was like, they fuck with your music. Then they was watching your video like, I think she a stud. And then he was like, no, I don't think so. No, she ain't no stud. But it's like, you can't get mad at that. Like, people gonna say whatever. You can't get mad.
Nah, I definitely, and the visuals too are dope.
Thank you.
Out the bottle, especially, I like that
Ghetto
video.
as fuck, huh?
But it is.
I was
but
like,
it's
Joe, where can I
fun.
shoot the ghetto as shit? I called my auntie like, can I use your house? She just left. She ghetto as fuck, like Ratchet Roach's ghetto. So I was like, yo, we had to clean up like literally the day. It was like shit. It was just crazy over there. Like, we had to clean that motherfucker. That's why you didn't see too much of the house. We was outside. That shit was filthy. But we got our point across, and it was like crazy when I put it on World Star. They're like, yeah, you could tell she on Section 8. She got baby daddy. Like, first of all, I live hella far in a fat ass. This ain't my shit. So I just be like, that's why I said, like, with social media, you gotta laugh at that shit because people gonna say crazy shit but have no idea what they talking about. Like, I would never live in this house. That shit is But it's a fun environment. Like, it was like on 73rd and Holiday, so we in the middle of the hood having hella fun. Like, I was like, I wanted to make it look like a big kid Wonderland or some shit. That's why I had to jump for grown people and shit. It was like a lot of scenes we didn't use in the video. Like, it was like rooftop scenes and just, it was crazy. We had fun.
Nah, I like that. I mean, it feels authentic.
Yeah.
Which is, I hate when people come out and they try to present something bigger than they are. Like, you're a brand new artist.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta be broke.
Yeah, like, you
this
can't
is broke fun. Some grown niggas in a jumper with balloons getting drunk.
Exactly.
That's broke fun. Fuck it. Let's do something different.
Exactly.
And you know it's ghetto because the kids here. Fuck it. It's authentic to the ghetto. Give me the baby. I'm holding the baby. I don't even know the nigga. I'm like, he cute. Give me the baby. Cute ass baby. Shit. Put him in here. And it's crazy every time I see that video, right? It's a little nigga in the beginning and he throwing on. I'm like, whose son was that? Like, I don't even remember seeing this nigga. Like, and he just on the porch throwing up the middle finger.
Badass kids.
I'm like,
man.
I don't even know you. That's crazy. He's shooting dice and shit in the video. If you watch it, go back and watch it. Like, he's shooting dice and shit. I'm like, whose baby was that? Nigga like 6 shooting dice.
Hey man, that's how it goes sometimes. Man. Everybody can relate some kind of way.
Real ratchet. It was crazy.
And then the how does it feel video? I heard you said you rushed it. You felt like it was rushed.
It was rushed because I shot a different video, but that video came out terrible. So I was like, yo, we got to reshoot. We got to do something different. I didn't have a lot of time, so I was like, just come to my house. So it came through the crib, and I just pulled out hella my clothes, and I just did hella different scenes in my house.
I was hoping you was gonna have a brick phone with you.
I do.
Where is it at?
In my backpack.
Do you really use it?
Yeah.
How does that happen? I'm not up on the.
You know, long story. You can go plenty of places and they can.
Okay, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of dope. We're gonna take a picture with the brick phone before you leave.
Get it. Let's do it.
That shit is fly.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's the brick.
I think my pop still got his at the house. I might have to steal it next time I go home. Definitely. So and obviously you've been all over social media for the you let it slip on the Drake thing. So
yeah, man, that shit came out. I don't even know how to explain it. It's out. Shit, fuck it, it's out.
So how did y'all meet through YG?
Nah, actually, he was like one of the first people who followed me. Like, I don't know how he got away with him, but he followed me like back in, I say like November, December. He been following me.
He might have wanted you to write for him or something.
Look, man,
I'm just kidding.
I don't want them problems. Look,
the interview over.
Do the Big Sean statement. You think so? Big Sean good with that media training shit. That nigga like, you think so? No, but he like followed me. You know what I'm saying? And then just from there, just kind of snowballed down to a record, I guess.
That's dope. And a lot of people, outside of the Bay and outside of markets.
It's hot up in here. You ain't hot.
Yes, it is. AC will come on in a minute. You see, y'all don't never hear day one like this is what happened when people feel that energy from each other. It is what it is. But yo, how did you end up meeting?
Yeah, we just kind of like start kicking it.
That's what's up. That's what's up, most definitely. So how do you see this going? Like 2 years from now, where do you see yourself?
It's gonna be crazy. Like, I'm gonna be like up there. Like, Nicki better watch out. Like, she gonna have a problem. 2 years. That's a lot of time. for the foundation to be built. And I feel like this is historical because you ain't never seen it happen recently with a female rapper from the West Coast. So I feel like I'm making history, so I got to really watch every move strategically to make sure I represent the city right. Especially Oakland. Like, you never had that either. So it's like literally like some historical shit. So I'm like, I got to move a certain type of way to make sure like 10, 20 years from now, kids is like, yo, Kamaiyah was crazy. She was dope. That's my main intent.
I agree with you because I was literally, when I was, listening to your music and just looking for other interviews and stuff you've done, I was like, damn, like, I can really only think of like 4 female rappers from Oakland, like, ever.
The only ones I ever knew was Conscious Daughters. Them literally
I knew
ones.
Conscious Daughters, Mystic. Mystic is from Oakland.
Is that the chick Big Mom said? Who
She,
the fuck is that?
Nah, she wasn't on. She used to run with Numb. Yeah, she used to run, and she actually was nominated for a Grammy.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You know the song. Like, if I played you the song, you would definitely know the song.
Well, she didn't do it right. More of the story. If kids are sitting here years from now and can't quote you, sorry, Mystic.
Shout out to Mystic, man. Yeah.
I've never heard of her.
And then you had like Knick Knack that was like on the Looney stuff like back in the day. But that one, wow.
Doesn't ring a bell, brother.
Let's see. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, that's why.
But no, I feel like culturally in the Bay we have our own origins of music, and then you're gonna tap into the classics. So if these people you mentioned, that we only know Conscious Daughters from that because they got Funky Expedition.
Right.
And I actually met Carol from Conscious Daughters when I was like 15. So other than that, I wouldn't know nobody else.
And it's funny because a lot of people know that. I don't know if what's the kid's name that signed to Jermaine Dupri? Rolls Royce Rizzy?
Oh, yeah.
That's his aunt.
Oh, Carol?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But, yeah, and it's amazing because, and honestly, even from L.A., like, we don't have a whole lot of female MCs. Like, you had Yo-Yo, you had the
Yo-Yo was fire, though.
Nah, Yo-Yo was super dope. And now she's, like, married to some mayor in Michigan or some shit.
That's the way you fucking in. You in with a bang, Yo-Yo. Get that fucking money.
I see you have this whole thing planned out already. Like,
hey, I'm in like he even married a billionaire. Fuck it. Go out gangster. Kill him. You ain't gotta do shit else. You paid.
That's what's up. So, man, I appreciate you coming through. Please tell people where they can find you on social media.
Thank you for having me. You can find me on It's Kamaiyah on everything. ITSKAMAIYAH.
All right, no doubt. Make sure y'all follow her. Make sure y'all go online. Go buy the mixtape because you can buy it too, can't you?
You actually can. I don't know how it got on iTunes, but you actually can. No, you can.
You can buy it?
Yeah, people have been buying it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it got on there, but it's been purchased.
A good day in the ghetto, man. Go buy it. It's worth buying. It's
Good
a fire
night.
product. Good night in the ghetto, excuse me. Oh,
Maybe
man.
that should be part 2, A Good Day. We may remix it. Let's fucking do it. That's the next tape. A Good Day in the Ghetto.
Exactly. Can I get a thanks or like a
we're gonna get you
14th executive producer
We're gonna
credit?
send you a plaque with your own.
There we go.
You gotta find some space by the Pimp C thing.
Yeah, right. Because Pimp C taking up the whole wall with his grammatical error letter.
Yo, she is really going in. We done this Mystic. I
didn't diss her. I just said
Pimp C can't spell. Like, come on,
I'm stating
man.
facts. That's a fact. Look, that's a fact.
Come on, yo. Y'all are wild.
Hey, I love Pimp C, but the nigga can't spell.
Clearly you have read a bunch of
Got the
misspelled
literacy.
jail letters
Yeah.
at some point.
Look, you guys, he spelled youngest. Y-O-U-N-G-I-S-T.
We're not really going to, we are not going to disrespect Pimp C on this podcast.
For the record, that's why I said that. It has grammatical errors.
There's
And the no, which you should have used in the proper context, which is K-N-O-W, was an N-O. For record.
There you go. we have Kamaiyah in here from the home of where they tried to put Ebonics in the schools, and we doing spelling lessons.
Keep it late. Let's get it.
For sure. Well, thank you. Crazy interview with Kamaiyah. It's always good. You always know when people got things in common because the banter back and forth. She got real familiar with me. I got real familiar with her. People in the background laughing and talking. My phone went off. That's what you get when you listen to Day One Radio. Hopefully y'all appreciated that. And it's good to bring levity during this time because a lot of us are either in shock or we're mourning or whatnot. Because of the passing of Prince earlier this week. And it's Man, it's been absolutely crazy. Like, everyone who really knows me, and even if you've listened to the show a lot, knows I get flack about two artists. I was never the biggest Sade fan. I was never the biggest Prince fan, but I fully respect and understand the greatness of Prince. Like, to me, there's Stevie Wonder, then there's Prince, then there's everyone else.
Right.
Like, those two cats are head and shoulders. But, like, God, they went back in the line 12 times for talent when it comes to music. You know, writing, producing, arranging. Like, my man played with 26, 27 instruments. Yeah. Like, his first couple albums were music that he had written at 15 years old. Like, we talk about Nas being a teenager and putting out Illmatic. That ain't shit compared to what Prince was writing at 15. And Illmatic is great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm still like, I don't believe. Like, I know it's true, but I just can't wrap my mind around it.
Yeah, man, because, like, when the news was breaking, it even kind of broke kind of weird because, you know, like TMZ was saying there's been a death at Paisley Park. And it's like, okay, so what are you saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What, like, why is that news? I mean, I get that, you know, a death at a celebrity house can be news, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, somebody, what are y'all saying? Like, you know, somebody just died at Prince's house. You know, of course, like the first thing in your mind is not that, oh, Prince has died at his house. You're like, oh, no, some party got out of hand, or, you know, something happened and somebody just died at Prince's house. But then it's like, as the minutes are ticking by, you're like, damn, so what really happened? And then it just comes out, boom, Prince is dead. And you're like, nah, man. Like, no.
Fam, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, you know, TMZ is first with everything because they have, I would assume, they don't have as many checks and balances as a traditional, I won't say a legitimate, I'll say a traditional newsroom. So when I first saw it from TMZ, I was like, I'm not buying it. And then a friend of mine, I don't remember who it was, sent me the Billboard story. But the Billboard story, it was Cynthia. Billboard story quoted the TMZ story.
Yeah,
I was like,
nobody was taking any risk.
Yeah,
everybody was linking back to TMZ.
I'm still not buying it. And then the homie Khalid hit me and was like, yo, is this shit true? And I'm like, man, I really hope not. And then he hit me back and was like, dude, the publicist confirmed it. It's true. I was like, fuck. And he, you know, Khalid don't play no game, so I knew it was legit. And then I saw CNN reported, and they quoted, they had family members confirm. I was like, bruh. And it really hit, because I'm like, fam, he died on Thursday, literally 7 days ago. I was at the show.
You was at the last Prince show. Man.
And that was my first Prince concert ever. And I'm just like, he seemed super on point. Like, it's just, dude, I'm in shock.
Did he even look like he was getting over an illness? Because, you know, everybody that doesn't know, like, the original show was planned for a week before. It was postponed because they said he fell ill or had the flu. So then it got postponed to what became, you know, the last show that was, you know, a week ago. So he didn't even look like he was getting over anything. He looked like he was.
He looked fine. First of all, we ain't never seen Prince look bad. Let's keep it all the way 100. Yeah. Like, the dude, well, some comedian was like, if you see Prince, don't look him in his eyes.
Yeah,
like,
it was Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, we ain't never seen Prince look bad. But he was getting, it's not like he sat at the piano for the whole show and was just doing his thing. He interacted with the crowd. He was hopping up, bouncing around the stage. You know what I mean? Like, he looked genuinely happy to be there. The weirdest part is that next morning after the show, when he tweeted that I've transformed, I was like, you never know what Prince be talking about.
Yeah.
But for him to pass 7 days later, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just waiting. And for real, y'all, chill out with the conspiracy theories and all of that stuff. Like, let this man rest for a minute before we go into all of that. You know, social media, everybody gonna have something to say. He died 2 years after he retained all of his masters from Warner Brothers, or, you know, this.
Now they're saying that TMZ is saying he's overdosed and TMZ is owned by Time Warner, so it's a smear campaign.
But then beyond that, like, dude, it's pretty much common knowledge that he didn't drink or smoke. So what the hell is he overdosed on? You know what I mean? Like, it's like people just need to let what it is be. But it's odd. Like, I was having the discussion yesterday, and it's like, you know, we lost Michael, we lost Prince, you know, we lost David Bowie. Like, how many people on that level are left? Like, we really gotta to raise our icons up and respect what they've done and enjoy their music, man. Buy the catalogs, man. Buy the new stuff. Go see these shows, because they're not gonna be here forever.
Yeah, because I was talking about that, man. It's like, so how can we continue to honor Prince? Because I mean, it's like none of his stuff is on the internet like that. So like, you ain't gonna see a whole bunch of sharing of his material.
Oh no, he ain't
the
playing
music.
no games.
From what I understood, like he took it all off all the streaming sites and off iTunes. You can find it on Tidal.
It's on, I believe, when I checked a couple of days ago, you could still buy the music on iTunes. But and I'm gonna look right now while we're talking, so I'm not incorrect. Because it's. You can still definitely buy it. Like, trending searches, he's number one.
Okay, so you can still buy just that streaming.
You can
that
still
you
buy it, and currently he has like 5 of the top. Like, pretty much you go to iTunes, the first page is nothing but Prince. Okay. I'm talking from movies to songs to albums. It's nothing but Prince. So it's, at least we can, you know, people can buy it, but you ain't finna go on YouTube. I mean, and even 2 days after the show, a friend of mine put up a video from the show, because people were sneaking and taking pictures and videos. Yeah. And they took that shit down from Instagram immediately. Like, it's not a game. He didn't play at all when it comes to his music. Not with Warner Brothers and not with nobody else. Right. Period. And I think that's one thing that needs to be celebrated is you can't put this man in a box. You can't put him in a box as far as genres of music. You can't put him in a box as far as what type of person he was, because we really don't know. He was such a private person, but there are stories that have come out almost every day since his death of his philanthropy, of giving, you know, a bunch of money to a library, or giving a bunch of money to a school, or
giving a whole bunch of money to Trayvon Martin's family. Yeah,
like, he was, even his ex-wife was like, she called him a few days before he died and was like, hey, I'm building a school and I'm going to name it after you. It's that he had that kind of impact on people. Like, our DJ, Wiley Sparks, is one of the biggest Prince fans you'll ever meet. And I talked to him last night for a while, and he was like, man, like, I really had to take a step back. Like, this shit really affected me. Like, somebody in my family died. But music is spiritual, and people don't really understand that.
Because the great thing about music, man, you interact with music more than some family members, if not most. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music, like, if you got a collection of records, that collection of records is always in your house. Your aunt and your uncle and your cousins are not always in your house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your music is on your phone with you every day. You know what I'm saying? Your music is with you in your car every day. Like, music surrounds you. So, like, when you know, choose to, you know, be a person that loves music, like, it's like you really are around music more than your family, you know what I'm saying, in most cases. You know, you're hearing those voices, you're hearing those messages more than you know, you probably talking to your mom on the phone. You might talk to your mom on the phone once a day, and like, that's being good, you know what I'm saying? But music, you waking up to it, you getting dressed to it, you going to work to it, you working out to it, you going to sleep to it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's inescapable.
Real. That's super real. And also, I gotta say, like, go back, you know, for people who are younger that don't really know the impact that Prince had like that is, and the struggles he went through to fight for all musicians. Like, this man fought Warner Brothers tooth and nail to get his catalog back because he didn't feel like they were respecting it the way that they should have. This is a dude who turned down several record deals as a teenager, because they wouldn't let him produce his own stuff. You know, there's the reason that, not that we have, but we know Sheila E. on the level that we do, you know, Wendy and Lisa on the level that we do, The Time, Alexander O'Neal, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis, is because of the platform and the blueprint that he set out. Like, nigga, ain't shit good came out of Minneapolis other than Prince, Snow. That 1 year Randall Cunningham was the quarterback for the Vikings, and Kirby Puckett before he started beating on women. You know what I mean? Like, that was amazing, man. Like, imagine tomorrow a super talented dude or woman out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and 30 years from now, we're talking about they're the greatest musician of all time.
Right.
Like, this dude created a blueprint.
Yeah,
just as a teenager recording by himself.
Yeah, they say the best thing out of Minnesota is I-35.
No disrespect to our listeners in Minnesota, but y'all know we right. But yeah, before we close, man, what is your? I'll give you two because I got two. What's your favorite Prince song?
Beautiful Ones. And I was talking about this with my wife this morning or last night. It's between Beautiful Ones and I'll say Insatiable because I always remember that part of the song. I mean, that song came out when I was like 11. You know what I'm saying? And but I always remember that. I'll show you my dent if you show me your dent. And it was like the first time I heard that, I was like, I know what it is without him saying it. Like, that's genius.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is genius. Like, it's like I can assume what he's saying. I can imagine what he's saying. You know, I can. It's like I was like, I've never heard
music, man. That's
that
art.
Something constructed like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like blurted out or scratched out. The thing was just musically muted, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I thought that was amazing. So I'll say Beautiful Ones and Insatiable. But yeah, it's hard to pick two. But I'll roll with those two today.
Yeah, exactly. I have to agree with you with Insatiable. I think Insatiable was probably because I was, I think in junior high school, something when it came out, and it's such a beautiful song. Like, it's sensual, but it ain't nasty. Yeah. It's that's my favorite Prince ballad for sure. And my other favorite would have to be I Would Die for You, and then today, I saw somebody post something on Facebook, and they were like, it's incredibly possible that I Would Die for You is a song that Prince is writing as the heart of God to people. Because if you listen to I'm not a woman, I'm not a man, I'm something you would never understand. Like, dude, that sounds like the coldest gospel song of all time.
Yeah.
Dude was a genius, man. Period, point blank. Y'all holler at us on Day One Radio. That's DAY, the #1 radio. And let us know what your favorite Prince song was, any of your memories or whatnot. Because there's so many stories that have come out, man, that are just amazing. Like, Talib Kweli posted that he was at a party with Prince, and at 2 a.m. they kicked all the dudes out. And it was just him, Prince, and I think maybe a couple other dudes. And dude pulled out his Bible and started reading to the women from the Bible. And I fully believe that shit actually happened.
Wow.
I don't believe that he's putting on at all, because that was Prince, and he did shit that nobody else would do ever. So we appreciate y'all listening. Thank you for Kamaiyah for coming through. Make sure y'all download her mixtape, A Good Night in the Ghetto. And make sure y'all holler at us, man. Day One Radio on all the social media. Go to iTunes, review, and rate. And we'll see y'all next week with another good show.